So we have our basic variation. These three formulas are the ones you need to know. Direct variation, y equals kx. Inverse variation, y equals k over x. Joint variation, y equals kxz. Now, the combo variation is what it means, a combo. It's going to be a combination of possibly these three variation possibilities. For example, I have y equals kx over z. So technically, in this combo, I have a direct, which is on top of here, and inverse. So verbally, this would read y varies directly with x and inversely with z. Now, when you solve these variation problems, I use a t-chart to help me go through the process. But before you do any of this, you need to set up your equation. What that means is that after you read the statement, you have to figure out, do I have a direct, an inverse, a joint, is it a combination, what are my variables, and so forth. Because that equation you set up is going to set you through the whole process of solving for k and the missing variable. So once you have that equation set up, you're going to solve for k. K is known as the constant of variation. You're going to be solving for k by using the if statement, which is going to be on the left-hand side of your t-chart. Now, once you have k, you're going to use k to solve for the missing variable using the find statement, which will be on the right-hand side of your t-chart. So let's go ahead and go through a few examples. First one, it says if y varies directly as x. I want to stop right here because this is our equation. Keyword, directly. Another thing is the word varies. I want you to think of it as an equal sign. So we have y varies directly as x. So y is going to vary directly as x. Now our if statement says, because now this is gone, we've already made our equation. So now it says if y equals 18 and x equals 15. So we're going to take these two pieces of information, plug it into our equation on the if side. So we're going to have 18 is going to equal k times 15. And then divide by 15 because we have to solve for k. So this reduce is going to be 6 over 5. Now the find statement says find y when x is 20. So we don't know what y is, but we do know k from our if side. So we have 6 over 5, and then our x is 20. So when you multiply this out, y is going to equal 24, and this is your final answer. Next one. If a varies inversely as b, once again, let's stop here and write our equation. Keyword inversely, varies is equal. So a varies inversely as b. So now we need to find our if statement. So this is our equation, it's gone. Now it says if b equals 4 when a is 16. This is a two piece of information we're going to have to plug in our equation. So 16 is going to equal, we don't know k, but b is 4. So to solve for k, multiply both sides by 4. So k is going to equal 64. Now you're fine. It says find b when a is 3. So 3 is going to equal, k is 64, but we still don't know what b is. The easiest way to solve for b is just cross multiply. Remember, 3 over 1 is a fraction. So you have your 3b equals 64, and then divide by 3. So you have 64 over 3 as your final answer. Next one. Suppose y varies jointly as x and z. Stop here, write our equation. Keyword jointly, varies is your equal sign. So you're going to have y varies jointly as x and z. So our if statement, so we have, this is out of the picture, we've already used all information here. Now we have find here, now we have our if. So we have if y equals 16, z is 2, x equals 5. So we're going to have 16 is going to equal, we don't know k, x is 5, z is 2. So clean this up. And then you want to divide by 10 to solve for k. So this reduce is going to be 8 over 5. Now our find information says find y when x is 8 and z is 3. So we don't know what y is, but we do know k. K is going to be 8 over 5. And then our x is 8. And then our z is 3. So when you plug all this stuff in, you should get 192 all over 5 as your final answer. Another one. If z varies directly as y and inversely as x. Now we have a combination. We have a directly and inversely. The easiest way to do this is to read left to right. Remember, varies, equal sign. So let's look at our first combination. It says if z varies directly as y. So let's just stop right here. So we have z varies directly as y. So now this is done. For combination, you have to build it on top of your original one that you've started. So now z varies inversely as x. So we're going to throw the x on the bottom. So we have all of our equations set up through this information. Now if z equals 4 when y equals 3 and x equals 6. So we're going to have 4 is going to equal, we don't know k, y is 3, x is 6. So multiply 6 by both sides. And then you need to divide by 3. So k is going to equal 8. Our find statement says find x when z equals 15 and y is 2. So we're going to put 15 here is going to equal, k was 8, y is 2, but we don't know x. Let's clean this up. So we got 8 and 2 is 16 all over x, and then cross multiply. Remember, 15 over 1. So we got 15x is going to equal 16 divided by 15. So x is going to be 16 over 15. Last one. Suppose A varies directly with B and inversely with the square of C. Another combination. So we have our varies. Directly is going to be our first one. So let's do the first part here. So A varies directly with B. So now this is out of the picture. Now A varies inversely with the square of C. Keyword square. So inversely with C squared. So all of this is gone. Our if statement, if A equals 12, B equals 36, and C equals 0.6. So A is going to be 12 equals K times 36 all over 0.6, but we have to square it because that's what it is in the equation. And let's clean this up. So you got 0.6 squared is going to be 0.36 times both sides by 0.36. And then you're going to get 4.32 is going to equal K times 36. And then divide by 36. So K is going to equal 0.12. Now, our find statement says find A when B is 97 and C is 0.2. So A is going to equal, we have our 0.12 times our B, which was 97, all over 0.2 squared. Clean this up. On the numerator, we're going to have 0.12 times 97 is going to get you 11.64 all over 0.04. So A is going to equal 291. And that is it.